All right. Before we start, can you tell me your full name?
Mark P. Madrid.
Okay. And who you employed with?
Mexico State Police Sgt.
Yes, sir.
Demi.
Okay. Were you on duty today?
Yes.
Okay. Today's February 4th, 2021.
Yes.
What time did you get on duty?
Came in at 06 this morning.
Okay. And what's your shift like?
06 to 1500.
Okay. And so if you're stationed here in Demi, you have a couple guys under you?
I have 5 guys under me.
Do you know who they are?
They're right. I have Officer Falcon. I have Officer, near this. I have Falcon, Rangel, Talavera, Anipada, and Elm Lyons.
Okay. What can you tell me as to what happened today?
Back on Tuesday, we got a bolo. Oscar, our lieutenant, supposed to send out a bolo. Individual supposed to be coming into Deming with a load of drugs. All right, same thing we always do. Keep an eye out for bolos. Deming, PD, or Lordsburg, us, Deming. Everybody's looking out. Nothing panned out Tuesday. Nothing panned out Wednesday. This morning, bolo's still active. They said the subject's supposed to be in a white Chevy pickup truck with a headache rack. All right. We'll keep an eye out for it. Officer Jarrott was working at the 103. He had called me earlier that in the morning, I don't remember the exact time, he had made a traffic stop out there, locked himself out of his unit. We didn't have any extra units or anybody in town, so he got a hold of one of our off-duty officers, took a set of keys out there to him to get back in that unit he would borrow because his unit's in the shop. A little bit later, I'm coming back in from Lordsburg, and hear him go on a traffic stop. All right, so I'm coming back in because we don't have anybody else other than him in town. So I'm coming back in and hear dispatch do a status check. He doesn't answer. Heard the second status check. All right, I start stepping it up, and I'm in an unmarked pickup truck that can't go fast. And third one, nothing. I step it up, knowing that we don't have any officers in the area. Next thing I hear is officer down. Trying to get information. Nobody knows what's going on. We don't know if it's HSI. We don't know if it's Jarrett. We don't know anything. So I'm trying to get on scene, and see him working on somebody. Discovered it was Officer Jarrett. Started making phone calls. There was nothing I could do. There was probably 7, 8, 9 paramedic people all over him doing what they need to do. Helicopter comes in, lands, and I'm hearing back traffic about a pursuit and everything going towards Cruces. And about at 12:44, one of the helicopter crew comes up and says, we stopped. It's over. And then some of the other district units started arriving on scene, and just trying to do what we could do. And then Captain showed up and told me to leave scene, and I was brought back over here.
Sergeant Herrera, Captain Herrera? Okay. So, based on your knowledge, you said there was a bolo that came out.
Yes.
On Tuesday.
Yes.
What was it? What type of information was on the bolo?
Individual coming in from Tucson with a load of fentanyl. Supposed to have had a gun in the vehicle. Said, all right, so no big deal. We deal with that daily basis. Put it out to the guys. Just be on the bolo, looking out for it. Same thing, bolo for the vehicle. So nothing panned out the first 2 days. Today, same thing, just bolo for a vehicle. Right? Boloing, they had officers stationed out on I-10 looking for that said vehicle, white Chevy pickup truck with a headache rack. No deal, and it's like, I told Jarrett, just remember, this guy's supposed to be carrying a gun. When I talked to him earlier, if you happen to spot this vehicle, all right, no problem, Sarge. Same thing I would have done, the same thing, you know, find whatever you need, you know, make sure it's a good stop, that you stop, just not just stop it for any reason. He said, yes, sir, it's no problem, you know, and that was it, you know, and then I guess he had spotted it, and next thing I know, running out to the scene, and I guess it was the said vehicle, I don't know, from what I understand, because apparently other things happened up in Cruces that.
Was there a criminal history done on this guy that you know of?
No, that we were just going off the bolo that came out.
Was that one of those fusion
No, it came, well,
bolos
it came from, I don't have my computer, it came, Lieutenant Sosa sent it out.
on an email? Or?
Yeah, it was on an email.
Okay. Do you know how Lieutenant Sosa got that information or anything?
No, it's just like any other of the bolos we get, pops up on our emails, and just keep an eye out looking for it.
Okay. Have you ever dealt with the suspect?
I don't even know who the dude is.
No? Okay.
I'm new, I just got in district on the 9th of last month, so in Deming, so I don't know everybody in this town.
Okay. Was there a briefing today about this guy or anything? No?
No.
So there was no briefing. It was just a bolo that came from HSI, and you distributed it through the email to your guys, or
I didn't distribute it, it was distributed to everybody. It was,
by Lieutenant Sosa?
Mhm.
Okay. So you don't know, it was just bolo. You don't know if Jarrett was told to stop that vehicle?
No, I mean, I sat there and I told him, hey, just keep an eye out for the vehicle. If, you know, if you see it, you know, develop your PC. It's the same thing we've always done on any other bolos that come out. You got to develop PC. You just can't stop a vehicle to stop a vehicle. You know, it's the same thing we tell it. It's like the same thing when I'm coming in from Cruces every day. You get the bolo, hey, keep an eye out for this vehicle, but you just can't stop it to stop it. You got to have PC for it. You know, so I mean, I had one. Last week, I think it was, they said bolo for an SUV with a tire rack on the back with a bike on it. You know, I never saw it, but I mean, it's you never know what you're out there. The bolos come out.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
So was it just you two working this morning?
Andy called in sick this morning, so I was up in Lordsburg for a class with Officer Alan Bayanis, and then Jarrett was here in town.
So he was by himself when you
Yes.
guys were over there? Okay, so when you heard him go, because you mentioned you heard him go traffic stop, right?
I heard that there was a traffic stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you at that point?
I was coming in, I was probably halfway between Deming and Lordsburg.
Do you recall a mile marker by any chance? No?
No, I didn't.
Okay. And that's the first time you heard him go traffic stop?
Yeah, it was a traffic stop. I didn't know the vehicle. I couldn't hear. I just heard dispatch said, you'll be out in traffic at the 101.
Okay.
And I couldn't hear his side of the conversation, so I don't know what he was stopping.
Okay. So other than the bolo coming out, was there any other information that you guys knew about
Just
this specific stuff that you could tell me?
just that the driver was coming in from, he lives here in Deming. HSI, some of the agents were talking back and forth, saying that the guy who was supposed to have it, they didn't know if he had anything or whatnot, just bolo for the vehicle. Just talk to the guy, and you know, if we happen to stop the vehicle, stop the vehicle. It's the same thing that we get here all the time. You know, keep an eye out for said vehicle. You know, said vehicle coming in from the border. You know, if you see it, develop your stop. You know, ID whoever's driving it and go from there. It's the common stuff that we do every day. It's
Okay.
nothing. You know, along the border we hear all that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we catch it, sometimes we don't. You know, and it's like you get a vehicle stop and okay. ID, all right, it's nobody's looking for it. It's same, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's like, you hear these, you get them, and it's like, some pan out, some don't, and 90% of my career, nothing's ever happened.
Correct.
Until today, and then it's like, I don't even know what the dude, if it was him or wasn't him, I don't know anything. I mean, I don't even know the vehicle. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't look in to see if that was the vehicle, it was the actual one, I don't know.
Correct, yeah. Well, it wasn't there by the time you got there, so. How are you doing?
Not worth a shit. You know, you see one of your guys that you just talked to, a young kid sitting there, and for what shit did we lose our lives over? You know, I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, I don't know what this guy, you know, typical Bolo, what did this guy do that was so bad that he had to go do this shit? I mean, I'm hearing that the officer in Cruces might not make it either. You know, for what? I don't even know. Did the guy even have anything, or is he just... I mean, who was this dude? I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Okay. I know that it was probably very, I mean, I don't know, I can't imagine what you're going through right now. I mean, seeing one of your guys on the floor and everything. Was there anything that stood out from the time that you were there?
Just him there on the ground, and they're pumping on his chest, and I mean, you see his vest, it's laying there. You know, they're saying, here, you don't know what the frick to do. You know, it's like you're helpless. It's like you're supposed to be the guy that helps everybody. You can't even help your own guy. You can't do shit. You're watching the helicopter. You're waiting for him. Hurry up, load him, get him out of here, get him to help. And they're just...
Eric, any questions?
With Sergeant Madrid, I'm Agent Eric Murray, along with Investigations Bureau, I'm out of Alamogordo. I just have a couple questions for you, Sergeant, and I know you had a day, we want to get you out of here, okay? How long have you been with State Police?
Started in '97. I started off as a civilian inspector at the ports in Anthony.
Okay.
And became commissioned in 2000.
Okay. Was it? You had mentioned that you had heard welfare checks, no response, and then officer down. Who called out officer down?
He came over the radio. I don't know if it was our dispatch.
Okay.
I mean, I'm driving a loaner truck because Jarrett, poor guy, he got into a fleet. That's his old unit that's sitting out there. And so I had to gave my unit to Officer Rangel because it's a marked unit. We had this other, so all I heard, and I didn't know which dispatch had said it. I don't know if it was our dispatch because I had it on scan, or it was Luna
Okay.
County, or they just said officer down.
Okay.
I'm getting on the radio, who? You know, and I say, get a hold of 1200, 1201, 1202, let's get everybody rolling. I knew that today sucked because we had meeting in Silver, so we had all those guys up there, had a class going on in Lordsburg, so we're short. I mean, everybody's short, but I mean, you know, and it's like, let's go, let's get everybody rolling. And I mean, it just sucks when you're in the slowest vehicle and you're first, you know, on scene, and there ain't a damn thing you can do.
Well, okay. I don't have anything else.
Okay. I know you said that they had somebody on lookout. Who was on lookout? That you
They
had?
had K-9 Palomares down at the 132 also looking for that vehicle.
At the 132?
Mhm.
Okay, and Jarrett was over here at the
He
103?
was patrolling in this side because he likes from Deming to the state or county line. He likes this area out here.
Okay.
So I mean, we let the guys.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys. I got guys that like the construction zone up on this side. He for whatever reason likes it out here.
Okay.
He's always had. I mean, he was one of my producers. I mean, I've seen a couple of his videos. Officer safety was always good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know where. You know, I don't even know if he got a shot off or he didn't get a shot off or.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I do the same thing. We're out there loners, and
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you know, do you guys, to your knowledge, do you guys pass on, like, your bolo to the K-9 officers or anything like that?
I didn't pass it off to him.
No.
I don't know who had passed it off to them or whatnot. I know the email came out. I mean, I wish I had my computer, you could see it, but I mean, it came out from SOSA, so it was just known to have fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, and it's doing this job as long as I have. You hear those bolos, and
Yeah.
some pan out. Some. I mean, I've maybe seen two that's panned out in my whole damn career.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, you're stopping, you got the same truck he's got, and you're stopping and
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, those are all the questions we have for you right now. Maybe later on we might do a little bit more in-depth interview. I understand you're going through a lot. I think all of us are going through a lot right now. You know, we do this job. We train for it and everything. It's always unexpected. So don't feel down. I mean, like you said, we know what we're getting into. We're loners, but because we're trained like that, you know. So, have you gotten in touch with?
I talked to George.
Say, okay. Is there anything else we could do for you right now?
No, that's okay.
Say, okay. Okay, Eric. Well, thanks. We just wanted to clarify some things right now for the investigation. Okay. Thank you, sir.